2-0, 21 wins.
Hey. Hit him with it.
Yo, Project Mbappe.
What I get into?
Energy at a high.
Monster.
Fanatics.
Footy Fanatics FC, we are back. Another week with your host, Oski, and your man B-Cast with the sick metaphors to my right.
Drizzy.
You feel me? He got the Harry Potter shades imitating Kiko over there on the other side. He's called imitation. Imitation is the best form of. There you go. Hey, right next to him today, he's a Bayern fan.
Bayern, Super Bayern.
Yeah, he's a Bayern fan.
Lewandowski.
Yeah, let me see what's under that jacket.
Super Bayern.
That man is supposed to be a Chelsea fan. And he's
Who?
not.
Who? Super Bayern.
Hey. That's why Americans. How are you feeling, my boys?
I mean,
How are you feeling? How are you? Oh, somebody play it. Somebody play it. Enrique, what's that?
Y'all see how I'm
Play it.
feeling.
Drop it.
Y'all see that? 2-0? 2-0 at the Etihad? Y'all see how I'm
Y'all
feeling,
thought Zayn was hype? Eight.
Ole.
6-1.
No balance. Nah. Big up, bro. Big up. You was supposed to get up and hype with me, son.
I'm with it. I'm with it to dance, but
Yeah, you not with it clearly.
Because
Anyways, big up Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, man. Big up Ole Gunnar. I don't care, bro. Everybody could come at him. Honestly, I'm an Ole fan. I'm sold. Second of the league. I don't care. We ain't winning. We not winning Europa. I'm sold. You know why? That 11 versus that 11. I'm looking at our bench. Halftime, like, damn, son. Who we got? Diallo, Showtire, Brandon Williams, Mason Greenwood. On your field is Daniel James. Yeah. It's literally Academy prospects. And you're doing bits with them. So it's just getting the groove and getting the right players. That's what's going to happen. That's what's really going to happen with United. United's going to click when they get that right gem, just like how they got Bruno, a couple other gems. And from there, sky's the fucking limit, bruv. We're back. And we're back on Footy Fanatics FC. I don't want to hear it.
Yo,
You cannot disagree.
Drop the knowledge.
You cannot disagree.
I mean, at this point for United, it was a good win. Don't get it twisted, but
City was bad, though.
They were bad, but that opening goal set the tone for the rest of the game. Because low-key, this is what, his third win against Pep?
Away.
Mind you, away. So we know what City's gonna do at home. They're gonna keep the ball. They're gonna have that specific style of possession. And United with the lineup, I could tell, like, all right, the game's gonna go in a certain. Daniel James started, McFred, and then you had low-key. I don't know what's going on with Bailly, but Lindelof is, for these big games, he tends to be the guy partnering Maguire.
I feel like they got a better partnership.
For some reason, it's in the big games. He chooses Lindelof over Bailly. I don't know what it is. Maybe he thinks Bailly can't handle certain big situations that he's prone to a mistake. But Lindelof tends to perform in these big games. So Luke Shaw.
Yeah, that's what we got to talk about.
Shaw, he, for me, man of the match. Like, I used to violate Luke Shaw. He looks like what's his name? Captain Underpants. Some chubby white boy. Like, but he's low key been, I would say, the most consistent left back in the league this season.
You think that Alex Tellez signing kind of lit a fire under him?
100%.
I would say that. I would say that. Even Brandon Williams a little bit last season because he was getting a run in the team ahead of Luke Shaw.
Yeah, ahead of Luke Shaw.
So, I mean, Martial, you talking to your boy. Your boy he missed a sitter, but he had a good game.
So it's all erased. Great game, but you missed the easiest opportunity in the game.
Yeah.
Like he was in distraught, walking around for 10 minutes after his shot. Like, how I lose that? You should feel like that.
He had a good game. Besides that, he had a good game.
Yeah, but other than that, that's what you need. Like, he had a great game, and I was quiet. I talk my shit. You know what I mean? So I seen it. I said, "All right, Brody having a good game. I'm gonna stay in my lane." Them mans want to pull the nonsense. Because I said 3-0 against you. Gonna see me like this every week, you know? Man, had to ruin my shine. Had to turn off the TV until he got subbed off.
But you know what? Even me and Rick was talking after the game. This whole thing with De Bruyne, he was out for how many games?
Is he
Is he the problem? He's De Bruyne. He's Kevin De
I
Bruyne.
don't think he's a problem, but he's not playing well. I think
He's
if
only
it's a Champions League final right now, I wouldn't start him.
You wouldn't.
But he's gonna get so much burn because they're playing 4 cups. They're gonna need subs. He's gonna get burned. It depends on this trajectory. If he starts playing well next month, 2 months from now, then he's gonna obviously play in the Champions League final if they get there. But as of right now, I wouldn't start him in my Champions League final for Man City.
But then
What like
why you think?
shout out to Lasso because that's what he's been preaching.
preaching
What
that. You've been preaching
don't
Yeah,
what is it?
facts.
Don't fuck with something that's not broken.
Yeah, he said it like, why can't you bench your superstar? Shout out to my man Hector Lasso for real. He's like, why can't you bench your superstar? Even though he's like, he's the best player, but what is it that you can't bench him?
To be fair,
18
he's
and
not
0.
performing.
but that only a few clubs have that luxury. You could say that it's easy to say as a Man City fan because of the depth, right? KDB sits, Gundogan is having a career year. A lot of other teams can't just bench their best player like that.
you know,
That's like
for
saying
sure.
True.
That's why even though they won, City's gonna win the league. I don't think anything like that. I think City's gonna win the league. But my thing is that if Bruno, can United bench Bruno? Like, that's my thing. No, they can't.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that's 100% true. But City have that luxury. They have internationals all over.
He's probably saying that in reference to teams like City who have those kind of squads
Depth,
that
yeah.
super players are. Like right now, he was out for at least 9-10 games. That's when City really started turning it up. Bernardo Silva last season, Bernardo Silva for me he was on his Liverpool thing. This season, he's back to his best. And when you brought De Bruyne back in the team, it feels like he's the focal point too much. Like people, like he comes in and for you, he's low key Bruno in terms of when he gets when let's say Bernardo Silva gets a ball or Kyle Walker gets a ball, they're looking for De Bruyne first. Whereas if he wasn't in the team, it was shared. It was Bernardo doing his thing, Gundogan doing his thing.
When it comes to Bruno, I feel like Bruno reads his team well. Like prime De Bruyne. Like today, like under pressure, he was on the right wing, second half, more right defensive wing, and then he just flicks a beautiful ball right to Daniel James on three players coming at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
KDB, you still see bits from him, but is it a thing that his contract is about to be up and like, you know what I mean? Like he trying to get more money for his contract? Is he trying to, his
Contract there, he'll be playing better.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's
Like,
what I'll be saying. But I'm hearing people saying that.
But he didn't have it even at the beginning of the season. Like at the beginning of the season, he played pretty bad. He's been having a bad season.
He's been injured.
And he was healthy at the beginning of the season.
and again, Aguero
And then he had a bad-
on the bench.
And to your point with the contract, it depends because I think he's at a situation where it's the perfect situation because they can offer him significant wage and they're fighting for trophies. I don't think. I mean, what's the mentality? I'll move to Real or Barca. Neither of them are better than City. I think the only lateral move would be Bayern Munich. So I think with KDB, I think he's out of form because he's been out so many games. But I also think you're in a team where it's like there are guys in that locker room that, as great as he is, they don't look at him as, oh my God, it's KDB. He's just one of 23. It's just he's world class, but that locker room is just filled with internationals.
Yeah. And speaking to me, it's like we still got to big him up for being the team in all 4 competitions.
Yeah, City.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And of course, Pep, the first coach to do the domestic treble, I think it was, right?
In England.
In England, yeah. So
Matter of fact, they did the quadruple. They did the quadruple.
They did the community.
Yeah, community
FA,
if you count it. Yeah.
League and
Carabao.
Carabao.
Why are there so many cups in
I don't
England?
understand why they really count that community shield, but it's like that's a friendly.
They can't. Yeah, only in England they count it.
But
as
they take it serious. But so to me, I don't think they're still done. Let's be honest. Did we all come in thinking United was going to win? No, that's why I'm celebrating.
That's what
Man.
bothers me, yo.
Yeah, but you
Come on,
it's-
City.
it's- What do you mean? What do you mean? Come on, City?
Nah, like this.
What do you mean, come on,
Out of that whole run, this was the game
To lay the marker.
to stamp the league. Be like, yo, our rivals, the ones that glory Man United. This was the time to put your foot on the throat.
How I look?
Rub me back real quick.
no.
No, I didn't see. I didn't see. I was looking over here.
He go with the moose knuckle. He go with the moose knuckle, man. He go, should I do it? Should I do it?
Zoom in.
I'm gonna leave it up to the. I'm gonna leave it up to the videographer. You got paid today. Do whatever you feel like, man. You gotta zoom in on the moose knuckle.
But that's my thing. I just thought, come on, City. This was it. This was it. Put a stomp on the league. They're still gonna win it.
That's how I feel about Atletico, to be honest, and we'll talk about that later.
No, we will. But it's certain games where it's like, yo, just finish it up. You know, I'm not saying that this game is gonna make them lose the league or now the league's wide open, but now it's Ole, now it's United, and it's like it shouldn't have been that way. City should have kept the narrative, should have kept rolling with it, but
honestly,
it's a bad stinker to have.
This week, especially, I've seen a lot of teams. Like it's been a week of everyone dropping points.
Yeah.
We could talk about the Fulham pool. Big up Scott Parker.
Yeah.
We still got to talk about Tottenham. Is Jose, because technically him and Son and Kane had their most goals this season under any coach. You know what I'm saying? Then we got to talk about Arsenal dropping points against Burnley.
Yep.
Liverpool taking the L midweek against Chelsea. So it's been a week of like
Up and
teams.
down results.
Everybody's losing it. Everybody's wobbling. Leicester almost wobbled again.
Everton's probably like pretty good shape.
Yeah, but they play a big game tomorrow against Chelsea.
Play tomorrow. Yeah.
The way they're looking, I think Everton's not gonna win that game.
Everton,
Everton been looking up.
Everton's looking. That's what I'm saying. Everton's been looking fine.
been looking
Chelsea's
fine.
looking good too, though.
Everton. So
Predictions?
the predictions after what I want to say. Fulham. So this is what 6 away defeats, 6 home defeats for Liverpool. Bruh.
Shambles.
Bruh.
Who's to blame? Who's to blame?
Liverpool FC.
And this is what people came at me when I said, "Oh, it's no excuse, right? We got the best fullbacks in the world. We got the best mid in the world. We got the best front three.
Best
You got the best
goalkeeper.
keeper, bro."
Thiago's looking like a signing of the season.
I think that's where I don't know. I'm trying to understand what it is. Talk to me, but I'm not gonna sit here and repeat every episode.
So here's my
Because my fault. To me, I told you we had to talk about Fulham yesterday. Big up Scott Parker because they actually look fucking good, bro. It's just dirt unlucky. Like their first game against Liverpool at home. You know what I'm saying? So what you want to say?
I just think it's just depth. You know what I mean? Like I think with Liverpool, it just seems like I might be wrong, but those fullbacks look like they've been run into the ground, right?
Yeah.
Who's Robertson's backup? No, you like literally. What's his name?
Ain't that great?
We ain't seen
And
him.
then
We ain't seen him.
the right back to back up Trent.
Nico,
is
he's
Nico
not good.
Williams.
He's
He's an
not
academy
it.
product. You went on the record saying Ben Davis. We don't know what he is. Is he good enough for Liverpool? Kabak. It looks like they're not going to buy him at the end of the season. I just think that with Liverpool, their 11 is great, but when it's not clicking, there's no one else all coming off the bench that's going to doesn't fear anybody. That's why going to City a little bit, bro. Having that depth is
key, man.
Is key.
It's key,
It's
especially
key,
for
bro.
tournaments.
Because when Van Dijk goes down, the whole season. Now, granted, it's Van Dijk. You can't replace Van Dijk, but the gap between Van Dijk and whoever's replacing him, the gap shouldn't be as big as an ocean. Like it's huge. Even Joe Gomez, who I don't think is a world class center back, is like, was he that good?
Yo, but you know what's also driving me crazy? Oh, but we can't wait till Jota gets back. He just had a good couple 5 games, bro. It wasn't really. You guys still got Mane, who's better than Jota. You say Firmino, arguably better than Jota. Salah better than Jota. What is it? Stop.
I think Thiago actually might have to get benched.
I think Thiago gotta go.
Not go. But
Honestly, if he
Nah,
went to
he's
City,
not a Liverpool style player. It was
I
the
don't
wrong
think,
signing for
bro.
him.
I
think it's on
don't
club.
want to sound. I don't want to sound.
I
crazy
think it's on club.
But if he would have came to United, he would have stunk it up.
That's what I think is. It has to be on club. Clubs never change this formation up. It's a 4-3-3. You don't have the personnel to play those formations. Don't play them. If you're a great coach like you say you are, you're number one right now, second, adjust to your players. You feel me? Like he comes out, throws his same formation without the personnel for it. If you don't have a good defensive mid, that formation is not going to work out. Yeah. Thiago, as much as he's good offensively, defensively he's not that great.
Yeah.
So they're gonna just violate down the middle, especially with weak center backs you got now, bro. Any attack through the middle, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for Liverpool.
And not
So
even- not only-
it's Club. I put it on Club, even though he's a great coach. Yo, bro, adjust your formation to your players, bro.
And the thing is, to add on to that, the way they play, the formation. If he has Kabak, Ben Davies, makeshift those young two guys, Nat Phillips and Reece Williams, they're not experienced. And even the way they play, that super high line, teams is exposing that today. Lookman, the forward, Maja, quick, pacey. Trent, can't defend when he's got Van Dijk and Gomez there. What do you think he's going to do when he's got Nat Phillips and Reece Williams and Jordan Henderson? They're playing so high. So that's why I agree with you. I come back to Klopp. He's either not changing the formation or the way they play. So if you see teams are breaking you down through Thiago, put somebody next to him.
That's what
Put somebody, if you play a 4-2-3-1
exactly,
or
that's
five at the back.
Yeah,
something.
that's exactly.
You literally,
two defensive mids. Help out Thiago.
bro, this season
Thiago
has
shouldn't be a 6.
it's literally
He's not a six.
exposed Thiago this whole season. Like, yes, the ball's on a string. Yes, we know he can spray it wide, but you play him by himself with athletic center midfield. Oh, he's done.
I think that's it shows the Jekyll and Hyde part of Thiago. Great right now he broke records of how many passes in the game, complete passes. Beautiful, but he's also terrible on the defensive side. So it just shows like how extreme the disparity of his defense and offenses is crazy.
And you know what's crazy too? I mean, as good as this guy is, when you look at the teams he's played for, Barcelona, Bayern,
Spain.
He's phenomenal. I think this guy is he's world class. But when you look at those teams he's played for, they've had the ball not 50% of the time, like 80% of the time his teams have had the ball. Now you're at Liverpool where they keep the ball,
But they're not
in terms
City.
in terms of the teams in the league, where do they rank in terms of possession based?
Yeah.
They're probably third or fourth because they don't touch City. I think Chelsea now
Definitely now.
So it's like it's one of those things where I think now he's got to adapt. He's got to learn how to defend
in a different way.
Yeah, look at that game against Chelsea. Yo, he was losing it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like they had world class defenders on him. It's just
He got out tactics that game.
Yep.
Straight up.
That's what it was.
He got out
That's what
tactics
it
that game.
was.
so I would, if I'm Liverpool, Curtis Jones needs to get more game. You gotta make a decision on Naby Keita. Well, why is he there?
Chamberlain, what are you doing with that?
Right? You know, and then even the front three. As good as
Shaqiri,
there is
too.
With Jota, Shaqiri, is he good enough?
Origi.
Origi.
Not good enough. Not good enough.
Yeah.
Origi came up big in situations, though.
Situations.
Yeah, but it's
situations.
big situations, not
Like
just
what?
situations.
Like which one? The tap in from Trent?
Bro, he scored in the Champions League final.
Nah, but come on.
He scored in the Champions League final to seal the game.
Bro, they've been trying to get rid of Origi. But I don't know why Liverpool's like they're just like
He's
so
a good
stubborn
backup.
about their
They're being
feet.
cheap. They're being cheap.
We got fooled. Don't.
He's a good backup
Don't get
nine.
fooled into that. He scored. He scored them huge
But
goals.
you guys are not getting the point.
Don't get
He's
fooled.
not
I
the
don't
problem.
rate him.
He's not the problem. The problem is they have no depth.
Yeah, but
He
at
is
the-
a problem if he's still there and they haven't replaced him with someone better.
Okay.
He's still there. Just what's he doing? He's not the problem, but the fact that they have him still there after
You gotta
he's
look
been there like 6 years now.
Bro, you got to look at it. That front three, though, anybody could replace any one of them if they're all in good form, and anyone will still score goals. You've seen that from him. So I'm not saying, okay, Origi leaves. If we sell Origi tomorrow. They still in eighth, cuz. So it's not the excuse to why they're in
because
eighth.
that front three they've needed replacing this season. Like Mane's had
I
a
just wish,
stinker of a season.
yeah, and I wish Van Dijk was still healthy because I really feel like they would still suck under Van Dijk being there.
No, they'll be a little better. They'll be a lot better.
I would love to see
They'll
that.
be a lot
Maybe a
better.
little better, but I don't think he
They
would have
won't
been
be.
in the, because bro,
they'll be a
no
Champions League
matter-
team. They'll be a Champions League team,
no
but they won't be that.
matter-
They
yo,
won't.
one
They won't
guy
compete
comes,
for it.
bro. It's a new era of ball. One guy, it's not like the guy.
Nah, the
has
pillar of
all
your
the
team
ball.
does. And I have
Me and him
Virgil is crazy though.
Me and him that had that discussion. Obviously, their impact is different. But what did we say earlier about the whole thing about, not to go on to that topic, we'll talk about it later, but Barcelona being in second, even though they were having a disastrous season. It's like, and I told you, what if you take Messi out of that team? It's two different impacts.
Of course, but that's Messi, not Van Dijk.
No, but Van
Nah,
Dijk's
but
the
put-
best center back in the world.
Put Van Dijk on Man U. They automatically already they're right there, right next to City right now.
Put anybody
he
on Man
lifts
U.
the style of play. Whoever's partnering him automatically gets
But see,
better.
the problem is that I don't see defense as an issue for Liverpool this season. So even if you bring back Van
Nah, they're
Dijk,
getting chewed
they're
up.
not scoring goals. They're not scoring goals. So yeah, you bring them back.
That's what I'm
and
trying
they're
to
not
tell
Yeah,
even.
because a lot of it's 1-0.
Yeah, they're not even conceding.
But that's how they won.
much.
But that's how much they won the league, though. They won that that 1 year that they won the league. It was
was so
1-0,
yeah,
2-1s.
Nah, but they was-
Mo Salah scored in the 98th
that
minute.
was still on. It was last season. Actually, Firmino wasn't that great last season. It was Mane and Salah who really violated.
Who went off exactly?
So in terms of goals, they weren't like 17, 18, 18, 19. They were smacking the 4-0, 5-0. Last season, it was like you said, 1-0, 2-0s.
Last minute goals to win
Last
it, bro.
minute goals. But this season, like Salah's top goal scorer, but that front three is
Yeah,
flat.
and look at the big picture,
It's
bro.
flat.
It's 17-18, went to the Champions League final, lost to Real. I think they should have won it. 18-19, they win it. 19-20, they win the league. Bro, that team is, to me, feels like it's run to the ground.
Mind you, no injuries in those 3 years too.
Yeah.
To their top
Except
players.
Salah.
And Salah in that final. Now, like,
but
listen,
then
Karma's
the
a-
next
Karma's a
season,
beat.
he was rolling.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Was the Liverpool ever a dynasty?
Stop.
1 year.
A lot of people say that.
I mean, Rafa Benitez time, honestly, bro, European success was crazy.
Fergie won 13 leagues.
Yeah, but but also under Rafa Benitez that time to prime Nino. Bro, Ryan
they were
Babel
never-
used to look good. Dirk Coit. Bro,
Yo, listen, people are talking about this as the greatest Premier League team ever. Do they even compare to, now you brought up that 08-09 Liverpool? Looking at
No,
them,
this pool. Wait, no, last year's pool is better than 08-09.
do they clear them? I don't know.
Stop it.
That team was solid too.
Yeah, that team was solid.
Stop
That team.
it.
You,
Xabi
everyone talking
Alonso,
about-
Mascherano,
And Gerard,
Gerrard,
yes, that front
Gerrard,
three.
Torres was
Torres.
Torres,
that's 4 players.
Coit.
World
Yo,
class.
Think about that.
Dirk Coit.
What was the back
give him-
line?
I give him-
What was the
good.
back line?
Sammy Hipia,
Bro,
OD underrated.
That was the best part of that team.
Sammy Hipia.
We didn't think about that Liverpool team for being attacking wonder kid. Like they were solid.
They were solid, bro.
Jamie Carragher, Hipia.
Jamie Carragher?
Nah, bro, but they were solid.
He didn't get in the team like that.
He was,
No, but he
Didn't that team beat Barcelona in the
they won the
quarterfinals?
Champions League.
They won the Champions League. They
No.
beat. They came
That was
back
in
on
09. That was in 09.
09. They got to semi. They smacked her. Oh,
They smacked Real. They smacked
Who was
Bayern
our
too, I
head
think.
coach?
was
Fucking
that?
Juan de Ramos.
yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, but he got to spend mad money.
Nah, but that Liverpool team, I mean, they're not that far off from this one, is what I'm saying. That
Nah, I prefer this
one.
one. I prefer this Liverpool team over that one.
Only
No,
with Van
everything.
Dijk on the squad.
I mean, but that's Van Dijk
It's different. I don't know.
and Allison
Because
and Trent.
they
Under
had
Rafa, they weren't great, bro.
They weren't a great watch.
bro. No, but they were technically great because Liverpool was still Liverpool. Like no matter what, Liverpool was still Liverpool. You still go to Anfield and you're scared. The time after Rafa is when they were just a shit show.
You know how that team would have won leagues had they had a Ronaldo or had they had a superstar. Everything else they had that midfield probably was matched up with any in the world. That back line was solid as anything. If they had a special someone who could get them 30, 40 goals from the sides.
No,
that team
that's
would've won the
what they needed. They needed wingers, and they had yet to evolve because their wingers were Dirk Coit and Ryan Babel.
Come on. And
Shout out to
who's
Dirk
the lefty
Coit,
dude? Fabio Aurelio and them, man. Like,
Oh, he was at left back that game.
left back.
Didn't they have like Benny Yor or something at one point?
Yeah, Benayoun.
But that was
He was alright.
he was alright
I
though.
fucked with him.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. After that, that's when Liverpool was really not a team. You know what I mean? Like they were Fabio Barini and all that nonsense. You know, so that's Vitex. But we're not even talking about that. But can they be a dynasty? You have to kind of say they are because they're the most English team with Champions Leagues.
No, to me, dynasties.
and-
Have you won?
and
What have you won in
No,
5
but
years?
That's two different things.
Yeah.
Dynasty and a historic club are two different things.
Dynasties is a
Dynasty was 08 to 2012 Barcelona.
Yeah, but you gotta understand.
Dynasties was
them.
16 to 18 Real.
And y'all like
Those are
05,
dynasties, consistent. And then United from 06 to 09. Those are dynasties.
They got to do it consecutive.
Yeah, but they had to do it sometime in the past in historic dinosaur ages because that's the second team, the most titles in
Bro, I
England.
think
know
Nottingham
what?
Forest has a European trophy.
No, but
They got two back to back.
Bro, they're the closest team to United with 20 trophies.
You know, I'd have called them a dynasty had they not come up against a City team. They'd have been a dynasty. City's the
Y'all
only
still
one.
not seeing the point. They had to go. We seen the dynasty under Fergie, right?
Because consecutive.
Yeah,
leagues, consecutive.
but they
They
winning.
only won one league.
They only won one league.
in 30 years. But before 30 years, they was winning shit.
Oh, but that's what
Oh,
we're
yeah,
saying.
I'm trying
to tell
That's
you.
different. You're talking about they're a historic club.
yeah, they
But
had to
have
be a
done
dynasty
nothing-
though. You know what I'm saying?
But they've done nothing now to solidify.
You could say current dynasty.
They don't have one.
Yeah, we
currently.
got to be specific. Like
They don't have a current.
current.
They don't have a current.
Like in the
They
past,
could have.
20 years.
Because what Man City, since Pep's been there,
That's a dynasty.
They're
That's
a
a
dynasty.
That's a dynasty.
I don't think that. I don't think
He's
so
won.
either.
What is it? This would be his third or fourth prem.
His third
Third
one.
prem.
They're not a dynasty.
And under those
Man
three
City's not a
prems-
dynasty.
Bro, under those 3 prems, he's got
Not
the
one
Centennial,
semifinals.
He's got the Centennial.
Not one semifinals.
quadruple, and he's got and he had the consecutive wins before fucking blowing it.
Let me ask you. Did they reach the semifinals in the Champions League?
Nah, but that's different.
Quarterfinals is their best finish with Pep.
Well, you know what?
Bye bye.
The season is a different talk.
That's different.
But
Because
we
Real-
haven't done that. But yo,
Real
how
won-
many? City has had teams to possibly win it, right? And what happens? They always choke in the quarterfinals every single time.
Let's see this year.
No,
Pep.
but that's 2 different debates because Real's won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, but in that span, won 1 league.
That's that. But that's fire. At least you won a domestic and a European.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. It
Pep
depends
hasn't
on-
won anything European.
But it depends how you look at dynasty. Do you see it domestic? Do you see it both? Do you see
It's
European
both. It
based?
has to be both.
That's a good. I mean,
It
that's,
has to be. It has to be both.
I know in
It has to
England,
be
I
both.
feel like the feeling is there. They consider dynasty what you've done in the country.
Because then you contradict me.
Bro,
What
He
have you
kind of
done in
is right.
England?
Because United.
have to be
I was
both.
just about to say
Bro,
that-
Messi has 10 leagues.
Yeah.
Him alone is a dynasty. You get me? So it depends on what you base more. Do you base European success or domestic?
I think
success?
both. Look at. I think a dynasty. I think of the Man U teams when the way with Ryan Giggs, Gary Neville, the old school teams. I think of Real.
04, 08, Barca.
I think of Barca. I think Inter Milan. I mean AC Milan. I think of teams that win domestically and European.
European.
And then within a 3-4 year span, how much did you win? 2 domestic, 1 Champions League. That's a dynasty.
You count Juve as a dynasty?
From
They
what-
haven't won a
what-
Champions League, so how they're a
Yeah.
dynasty?
Yeah.
PSG,
Yeah,
not
I
a
don't
dynasty.
consider that dynasty.
So you think PSG is a dynasty? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Actually, which dynasty you think had the most control? Like, what was the
Barca.
most, like,
Barca.
yeah,
Barca.
08,
Barca.
08, 09,
I was
Barca.
gonna say United, but then Barca was
Barca.
Yo, look, he that United one.
United.
No,
too.
you know, but you want to know why
You
it's
don't
United?
spank. You don't
wanna know why
spank
it's-
Real Madrid 5-0
Hold on,
and then
but
4-0.
Brian, here's why I say it's United, because United was dominating under Chelsea that we just
More
mentioned.
teams.
Exactly. Chelsea was dominant,
Prime Arsenal.
prime Arsenal,
Liverpool
and
team.
Liverpool.
We're talking about 08 or 98?
08, 08,
Oh wait,
08, 08.
and then you had Liverpool, like you said, had that one of the best midfields in the world. That Barca team smacked the Real. That I think the midfield was Las Diarra,
Gago.
Gago, and I think Guti, and Wesley Sneijder was in the 10.
But for the way they played.
And it wasn't
They
even
were a
prime.
dynasty
But they also-
because
Nah,
even European teams.
Barca, but Barca washed the shit out of the team that had Di Maria, Ozil, Cristiano, Higuain, Benzema, Xabi Alonso, and Sergio
you know
Ramos
what?
and
But they
Pepe
didn't-
and Casilla. Then they put 5 on them.
And Ozil.
No,
I said
but
that. That's
Bayern-
I started off with
Ozil,
Ozil,
he
and
said
they washed them.
But you know what?
I remember there was a year that Barca played against Real Madrid, I think 6 times in like 2 months. Bro, they won like 5 out of 1.
Yeah, but it was Pep versus Mourinho.
So what?
You gotta take Pep every time.
Pep every time.
Well, you know what? That Pep dynasty played the United dynasty in that final in 09.
2-0.
But the way they
But
Nah, it's one. It's that's unfair.
That's
That's unfair because Man U beat them the year before that in when Paul scores that wonder goal.
different
in the
team,
Champions League?
different team though.
It was the same team.
No,
It's the
that was
same team.
Rijkaard.
And I was right that Pep was that first year, and that was I think United got to that.
and then they beat us again after that 3-1.
Yeah,
Was that under
yeah.
Pep too?
No, that wasn't
beat you
Pep.
guys in
That wasn't
09
Pep.
and 2011.
That wasn't Pep. That wasn't Pep.
2011.
I don't think that was Pep.
That was Pep. Pep left
Pep.
2012.
That was Pep. Yeah.
Back to
08
back
from
treble.
2012 was all Pep.
So you're telling me he won 2 Champions League? Pep won 2 Champions League with?
Back to back, yeah. Back
Well,
to
1
back,
year
yeah.
in between.
I don't know.
Bro, he,
09, then Inter one.
bro,
Wasn't it? I swear to God, that was Tito. That one. That one.
No.
Nah, he came.
he only was coached 1 year.
The only one that did it was Luis Enrique, right? With Neymar.
With Neymar and
Trouble.
Suarez.
That wasn't a dynasty. That was just a
Bro, but
freak front three.
But they have fucking
That's it.
2 trebles. That's fucking crazy.
No one else has anything close.
They have one in 99 and Inter has in 2010 and Bayern last year.
They might get another one.
We almost hit it back to back too, low key, when Barca cooked us with the 2.
Bro, but it was got me so pissed because in 09, Barca shouldn't have went into the final. That's when y'all got robbed.
Yeah, they get robbed. OD robbed.
Bro, I remember that game like it was yesterday. I was fucking watching that. And I remember I already hated Barca at that time. But that's when I was like, yo,
This is a disgrace.
yo, that Drogba line and
Michael
Ballack.
Nah, Ballack. That's what I remember.
That's why
Mostly
when
Ballack.
you came into it and you was like, "Oh, y'all was lucky when y'all won 22." I was like, "Bro, we deserve one.
At least one. For
At
sure.
least one."
That
son.
was the year I think they should have won it because that.
I think 08 we should have won it.
Now they wouldn't have beat us in the final. They still found a way to choke.
Yeah, if I,
With Gush Hinton.
Nah, Man U was a better team against Chelsea. That whole year, Man U
yeah,
should have
they was
deserved
on
that.
some other shit like that was
That 2-0 game, honestly, it was more of a player thing that United lost. The
Against
players,
Barca?
the players was just like They scored early. Barca Eto'o came.
Didn't Cristiano miss a penalty?
No. That was the semifinal.
Oh yeah, that was the other one.
That was the semifinal
the year before.
And then it was just like you could tell they lacked that
Confident.
because the first 20 minutes of the game, United was on top of the ball. Right. Then after Eto'o scored, it was like, you get what I'm saying? It fell downhill from there.
And now that I think about it, I feel like
Like that 3-1 game, they dominated us.
From minute 1 to
I think
90.
Rio came out and said like that game was like it was done.
Like they went into the game, they knew they're gonna.
it was Vidic. Vidic has a famous quote saying that like he tried to tackle, like he went to halftime, just looked at everybody's like, yo, I haven't even made a tackle yet. He's like, yo, I can't even get my hand on them. I can't even grab him.
But and you know what's funny? Rooney, I think was it Rooney? Rooney came out and said from minute 1 they already fell into their hands because Fergie was so. Now, granted, we're talking about the greatest of all time, but Fergie failed to adapt. He was so arrogant in his ways that he was like, nah, I'm taking them toe to toe, bro. I don't give a fuck who's your 11. I don't give a fuck how much.
Their 11 wasn't that good though.
You don't play that Pep Barca. You don't play them like that. I don't care. You have to sit. Mourinho built the blueprint 2010 with Inter Milan. You kill them on the break.
Yeah.
You kill them on the break because physically, look at that 11.
Yeah,
None of them were physical.
He had Mike Cohen sit there and wait
No,
for
but-
Danny Alves.
and
Not
ate
for
him.
anybody.
Ate him
He's like, yo,
alive.
sit, eat up. You seen that masterclass video?
Cambiaso
Yeah,
and
it's
all
like,
that.
yo, sit on Danny Alves because Danny Alves, all he's going to do is going to cut in. And then the minute he cuts in, he's giving it to Messi. So if you sit on Danny Alves, you're cutting that middleman.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people forgot that Danny Alves was
And
a
he
big
exposing
factor.
and he exposing the space behind them.
So it was boom. He's like, feed off of that, feed off of that, feed off. That's crazy.
And low key, I've always said this.
That's a lot of studying,
And here's,
too.
bro, exactly. And here's the thing: I respect them, but I never thought Piqué and Puyol were a dominant center back pairing. I never thought they were elite. When I saw Diego Milito, who respect. No. Think about it. Diego Milito, dude. Where does he rank pantheon strikers? You don't think of Diego Milito. He ate the two of them alive.
He did.
And it's Diego Milito. You get me? So that's my
According to
thing.
Brian, he's better than Drogba, but proceed.
I never said I never said
But
Milito's better than
that's what I'm saying.
Drogba. I would never say that.
There's a blueprint to beat Pep, but the problem is that some managers are so in their ways they will never do it. Fergie would never sit. Fergie hates sitting back, right?
Which I respect, which I have to respect.
But then you get
If you're gonna play Barca, you gotta play toe to toe, bro. You can't sit there and just
but then
wait
you get
and
the
wait
5-0s. You get
and
the
wait
5-0s.
and just wait. No,
Would you rather lose-
Ole technically plays the Pep off the counterattack.
That's really the only way.
Sit defense properly, play them off the counterattack because they high press too much. But that doesn't figure out their system.
What?
That they high press too much.
City? Yeah. Pep in general?
Pep in general.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's but when it works, it's worked.
Think about
it's always worked. It's
I'll
worked for
name
10
you.
years.
I'll name you.
Because they finish games.
Think
quick.
about this. When I think about when Real played Bayern in 2013-14 season, when we beat Bayern both legs, bro. All we did was eat them on the counter. BBC. All we did was eat them on the counter, right? Then you have Inter Barca, Mike Cohen. Then all the time City playing the Champions League, bro. If you catch this team on the break and you don't concede within the first 15-20 minutes, you have them. No, okay, let me not say you have them, but that's like
you got a chance.
You got a blueprint.
Speaking of the masterclass, Jose Mourinho, is he confusing you or is he just confusing me?
Or confusing one way.
Because like they look good, bro.
All of a sudden,
First of all, I said it before. Shout out my man Dele Alli.
back.
My son back, and I
you
said
do
he
that?
not
How you do
dead.
that? How you do that?
I don't know how he do that, but he ain't
look,
dead.
he got it.
man.
He got it.
He ain't dead. My man Dele ain't dead. You know what I'm
Bale
saying?
ain't dead.
Who?
Bale.
Yeah, I fucked
This
up.
Bale
I said he
from
was
07,
dead.
08.
But he said it today. Listen, I ain't 21. So don't expect this every game. He already called it out to the universe.
I mean, listen.
But I feel like that's what Mourinho wanted. The team, because today the lineup he played, he started his
That's what we all
his
wanted to see.
buys. Yeah, Sergio, I think Aurier started on the right.
How do you start Lucas
Who
over
played
Dele?
on-
Doherty.
Doherty played on the right.
Dele.
Right back?
And then it was Sanchez.
Sanchez.
And then
Alderweireld.
Alderweireld. And then he played Reguilon. Up front, he played Højbjerg and who was next to him?
And Winks.
So that drove me crazy. I thought they was going to lose because of that. That's funny. But up top, he had
Winks
his
played
Bale.
well though.
He did.
Winks played very well.
did.
But he had his Bale. And he had his Bale. Kane,
Why
Son.
Lucas? Why Lucas?
Lucas.
He loves.
You know what?
Why Lucas, bro? You rate Lucas
Who
over
you-
Dele?
Who you taking? You taking Bergwijn? Eh.
You know what's crazy?
Dele
I
Alli-
cooled off on him.
Oh, Bergwijn. The hype is cooled off because he was Dutch. He was young. He was fresh. Nobody really knew him.
Scored against the first game.
Scored in the
against
first game. People were like, oh nah.
Against City 2's cracker.
But he ain't. He's not. He ain't it.
He's a Mourinho player.
He's pacey, bro, and he's off the break.
No, but it makes you when you see Bale have this kind of resurgence, it makes you feel good. But at the same time, too, and people bring up like, oh, but like, you know, why wasn't he like this at Real?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you this, bro.
Nah,
Hold up.
it's-
Mourinho came up and said something because people was asking me like, "Yo, bro, like, yeah, obviously they said, yo, bro, but like, Mo, what's going on? Why Bill was cold? What happened?" He said, "Ask Real." You as a Real fan, both of you, what do you mean by ask Real?
He lost. To me, I think he lost like that passion, that drive, and I think he's finally finding it again.
And was it Real that did that to him?
No, I don't think it's Real. I just think the thing with him is, I think he's world class, but really think about this. He's probably one of the few world class players that I feel like is so one dimensional. And what I mean by that is he's literally what? You play him on the right wing and he cuts left on the inside. So the point I'm trying to make is that I think with Real, they never really, I don't think they knew he was good, but he doesn't have nearly didn't have the impact Ronaldo did. I don't think he has the impact Benzema does. So I think out of the front three, eventually you have to rotate. And under Zidane, Ronaldo's untouchable and Benzema links the team. So Bale's always the odd man out. Oh, we need to rotate the front three. You're the first name up. You're the first name up. And I think eventually Bale was kind of like, obviously I'm not saying I know what's in his head, but I think eventually he must have been thinking to himself like, yo, why is it always me?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're Bale, dude, you're a legend, but you have to humble yourself. CR7's never coming out of the team. The team is still feeling him. The fact that he's gone. Yeah. And then Benzema is like Zidane's son. What Foden is to Guardiola, Kareem is untouchable as long as Zidane's manager. So Bale was always going to be the odd man out. It was always going to be the odd.
He's a little bit of a one-trick pony, but
exactly.
when he's on it, he's unstoppable.
world-class.
He used to be very versatile though, and then as the older you get, they just left him as like up top. He used to play right back, left back.
And I remember
right back.
Benitez. This is what gets me so mad about Real. Obviously, we all know their history with sacking managers. When Benitez was there, he was trying to experiment getting Bale through the middle a bit more.
Yeah, he
saw
did.
that.
He put him
I
at.
saw
that.
He would play him
And
as attacking mid, 100%.
Right, and then it was unfortunate because I don't think Benitez got on well with Ronaldo.
And
I don't think he got because I think he was very like. I think Gerard came out and said too. Benitez was one of those guys that was not really a man manager. Like he was kind of cold to his players. Like, yo, X's and O's, and then that's it. You do you. Real's always succeeded with man managers. Zidane, Vicente Del Bosque, Carlo Ancelotti.
Mourinho to some extent.
Exactly. So it's unfortunate because with Bale, the managers that kind of really wanted to make him a focal point didn't last long. I think even Lopetegui, when Ronaldo left and Lopetegui came in, I think Lopetegui was like, yo, I got to get this guy in form.
Who do you have his best ball under? Bale. Ancelotti?
Zidane.
You think Zidane?
No.
I think Mourinho.
I think
Ancelotti.
His first season, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, but he just had that one run against Barca where he dashed around the end.
He scored the winner, the Champions League. He scored the winner.
But then he scored 2 goals against Poole. Remember that off the bench?
But you see, he scored 2 goals, but he barely played that season.
Yeah.
That's where it was like Wales, Gulf, Madrid thing first really came out. But with Bale, I think he still got something in him.
I think so too.
But why is it taking you till March to show it though? Like
that's what I was
He
thinking.
came in
Lack of rhythm.
It's
Lack
not
of
easy
rhythm?
to get into form though.
Bro, come on, I don't
It's not
know.
physical neither.
Yo,
It's
I
not
hear
physical
that,
neither
bro.
though.
Bro,
But it's not physical. It's mentally. After if you don't really start
You're
trying.
giving these guys too many excuses.
Nah, bro.
The dude is a physical specimen. And yes, he's had injuries, but how long are you gonna be injured for? Like, why is like with
I wouldn't even touch that subject because pros don't want to get injured, bro. It's bad luck.
bro? But it's March. And I think he hasn't even touched 5 goals
I
yet.
mean, if you're gonna start peaking, you want him to peak now, don't you?
What were we talking about? Would you rather start the season like with
get the second win.
or get the second win? If he's getting the second win and Spurs finish 4th, we all gonna say he had a great season.
And that's what Zidane does with Madrid. He makes sure that they start peaking around March, April, and then they fire off from there.
they might.
That's always been the formula.
No, but I love seeing this from Bale because, bro, he's no matter what side of your fence you are with him, like, bro, for Madrid. I'm not saying he's a football legend, But at Real, he's a legend. Bro, 4 Champions Leagues?
Do you think it comes from just winning everything already? He's won everything he could possibly win. He's not winning no European title with Wales. He's not winning World Cup.
He's not
winning. He's not winning. He's not. So what is his left?
He's by far the greatest.
I mean, to win
I
the
think he's the
Prem.
greatest British player to play abroad.
Nah.
Play abroad.
Think about that.
Who else is out there?
First of all, me and
Stan.
Brian got into a debate with this. Beckham flopped at Real.
Beckham
I
was
hate when
just a
people say
model.
he's a success. He flopped at Real.
Beckham was just a model, bro.
And
I'm not
Michael
hearing
Owen
that.
Flopped at Real. Like those. Owen.
Owen Flop.
Like those guys. Like really think about British players abroad. Bro, who touches Bale's career?
Stephen McMahon.
Steve McMahon.
Oh, McManaman.
Stan.
Oh, he was a good
But you know what? I still think if you were to go to Spain, they would still give Beckham more respect than they would give Bale. Just like if
Because
you
Beckham
ask Madrid,
embraced. Nah.
Yeah, Beckham did embrace the culture. Bale doesn't even speak Spanish.
Probably in terms of ball, Bale got it because bro, you can't dispute 3 Champions League. How many leagues he got? 2 or 3.
He's got 4 Champions League.
But if you go to Madrid and ask Madrid fan, hey Bale or te quiero Bale, te quiero Beckham, my friend.
And they don't
Nah,
know ball.
nah.
They don't know ball.
They-
but
Beckham has one. I think he has 1 league.
I don't like. I
It's
never
like
rated
4 years
Beckham
around.
like that.
Ball wise, yeah, it's Bale. But in terms of just embracing the culture and everything, but I think they say he doesn't even know Spanish yet. He was there for how many years?
Nah, he knows Spanish, bro.
Lola ain't Spanish.
Regalon, I think Regalon was
Spanish.
him and Regalon. Like he
They're
knows
boys.
Spanish.
I
He's just
peeped that.
shy.
They're
He's just
boys.
shy.
He's still a legend though. He's a legend. I'll give you
He's a
that.
legend.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
Big up,
Shout
big him
Bale.
up just for coming back into form because obviously we grew up watching the man.
Yo, so we spoke about y'all derby. Come on, son.
Yeah, I was about. You got it.
This
Hyped.
No, not
Almost
even.
lost.
No, not even.
88 minutes.
didn't watch
Yo,
the
that's the
game.
thing.
Y'all
yo.
almost lost.
Simone gets me tight, bro.
Right.
88th
The whole
minute, bro.
sitting
Benzema
back.
wanna crack them.
Benzema wanna crack.
Yeah, son. Like, shout out my son Big Benz though, because that's my brother.
No,
son.
no,
Shout
you
out my
know what's
Algerian
crazy?
brother.
I'll say it too because I saw the whole game. Atleti were over us. They were all over. Like I remember I was watching
Yeah.
the game and I'm like, yo, Real is literally sitting.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? They were knocking it, and then I gotta eat crow on this. Yo, Suarez,
Still got it.
he still got it.
He still got
I
it.
was shitting on him. I was like, yo, this dude is overweight. Yo, Barca did the right thing, bro. His first goal, he did it with the you know like with the three toes
Outside
with
the foot.
I was like, he's different.
He been doing that though.
He's
That's low-key been
different.
one of his finishes.
He's different.
Outside of the foot.
You know, we spoke about Drogba on this podcast. Spoke about Torres on this. Like Suarez clears. Like he's different.
Yeah, we spoke about him that time against Prime Torres.
Yeah, he's
Prime Torres still.
right.
Not bugging out.
The only thing with Atleti was Suarez link. I think Suarez is the X factor, but as the game was dragging, if Suarez wasn't going to do anything, no one else was. I think that's the problem.
I feel like he needs to bring more out of João Felix.
Yeah, he didn't start either.
I think also the midfield also need to like a little bit more attackive too. They're both sitting. They play 2 midfielders and they're both sitting back.
He's too defensive.
There's
They're
a
both
reason
sitting back. Bro,
why
at least-
no big team has come in for Simeone. That's why PSG hasn't come for him. City, I don't think they will go for him. Chelsea, I don't think will go for him. I think that's his job for life. Because that style. But y'all seen the pictures when they played Chelsea? 1-8-1 or something like that. Like 8 defenders across the back.
It was 6 defenders,
Nobody's trying to play that way.
and then 3 niggas.
Nobody's trying to play
and
that
then
way.
three midfielders.
The Spanish Burnley and all that. Nobody's trying to play like. There's a reason why PSG would have went for him. Like when they sacked Tuchel or even
You don't
before
think they
Tuchel.
did?
Now they've already had Pochettino on
think
deck
so.
already.
At
They already had
the
Pochettino on deck.
time when Chelsea was going through those Chelsea was going through a blueprint. Like Chelsea loved the Contes, the Mourinhos.
If anything, you would have probably kept
yeah,
Chelsea.
probably
You
go to Chelsea
could've-
because for whatever reason at that time they loved
that
that
hardened
structure.
style, like yeah.
But going back to the game a little bit, that's why I think separates Atleti with like even today with Real because as the game was progressing, you knew the goal was coming because bro, Modric. I was the first one to say, "Yo, Modric is 35," but as you're watching,
He's still got it.
class.
He's class.
So me and you have spoken about it. Tony Cruz needs some respect on his name. This guy might be. I think he has the case other than Beckenbauer to be one of the best German player ever, right? And then Benzema, bro, this
Big baller them.
He's like, the mentality, like when you
El
see the
Gato.
goal to go to 2 guys and then credit to Casemiro to square it. I'm like, yo, when it's all said and done, he doesn't touch Ronaldo. I don't think he even touches like Di Stefano or Raul. He's gonna be on that Mount Rushmore maybe
From Madrid?
of Madrid players.
I think he touches Raul now.
Actually,
Yeah, actually, yeah.
True,
I think he touches.
True.
Because he got a whole bunch of Champions
Way
League.
better
I think he's what is he fourth in Champions League goals?
Yeah.
In
true.
total
Only
Champions League.
Lewandowski,
Messi, and Ronaldo. I think are in front of him.
And
I
he's-
think.
he clears him as a player.
Yeah.
Raul,
The only
clears him.
questions I have with Real, because obviously the draw saved the league. Because if Atleti won, the league was done. But the one thing is, I need to see where he goes from this. Because Asensio to me is, I don't.
And Odegaard was begging for minutes, and then you throw in Asensio.
Asensio for me, I don't see it anymore. I don't think this level is for him anymore.
Another Dennis Suarez.
That's no, he's better than Dennis Suarez, but
I would give us.
I see him at like a
Nice. I would give Asensio another season. He was
Vigo?
hurt this year. He was hurt.
So, listen,
But like, and then even the Brazilians, they're great, but again, there's no end product.
No,
So
they're not
I
getting
don't-
enough burn.
So my thing is like, where do they go forward? Honestly, I think going forward, I would play kind of like a 4-4-2 diamond, because if Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro are untouchable, I would just throw in Valverde. Maybe give you a little more.
So who's Casemiro at the base?
Casemiro at the base,
One-
obviously the Croatian and the German,
So you
and
saw-
then Valverde just free roaming.
I would just put Isco in there for that.
No, you can't take Valverde out the team.
Isco played well the other day as false
You can't
nine.
take Valverde out.
Nah, he not-
Bro, his energy.
He's not smelling it.
Yeah, his energy, and then up top, Benzema with whoever you want to run with.
Mbappe.
You got, no, I'm talking about for the
Current,
end of the season.
yeah, I know current, yeah, but y'all not, yeah, that's slow for y'all, man.
Haaland and Mbappe, Real Madrid, 2021. What is it, 2020?
No, no.
We
2022.
think they're not playing for the same team.
We had
But
this conversation.
They will
only-
never
no,
play for
and
the same team.
That's
and
the
to kinda-
Zaza talking.
And my kind of last point with this
That's
whole
the Zaza
thing,
talking.
the one thing that did get me tight about Madrid not winning this game, not even so much the league, not even so much the derby. I can't believe I'm gonna say this on this cast. I can't believe Barca has jumped us to the table.
Yo, speaking
Son, they-
of Barca, bro,
yo,
they
son.
low key came back, bro.
Yo,
I've been saying this for weeks.
They're on track. They're gonna win they're gonna win the Spanish Cup. They're gonna win the Copa del Rey.
They might double.
My talent
might
of the
double.
week. My talent of the
who?
week. The kid that-
Ilax.
Nah, that kid Todibo
Pedri?
on Barca. The
No,
guy
it's
that's-
the guy he's talking about, Ilax.
Ilax.
What's his last name? Todibo, right?
No, Moriba.
Moriba. My fault.
Todibos,
That's
the bus.
that's the Zaza talking. That's the Zaza. He's
Straight to the mind.
No,
You know,
I'm actually hearing he's probably one of their best academy players. that
And,
came
and
out in a while.
supposedly United linked with him.
listen,
United
I got a
want
different talent, bro. And we had him at Chelsea, and he's in Germany. Jamal Musiala.
Musiala?
Bro, if y'all
chose
get a
Germany.
chance, he chose Germany over. When y'all get a chance, take a look at him.
No, we know. We obviously we know.
Oh, you know who?
And he
bro.
just scored for. Got his debut. Got his score. But he's a baller already. You know what I'm saying? Like the talk England and Germany.
Oh,
fighting.
already he got hype on his name.
You talking about a guy? Nah, but then Ilax, bro. Anyone that knows
I didn't know-
Spanish football, bro, Ilax was.
I just heard about him because he was linked with the rumors, and then obviously you heard about him. Oh, like a young academy prospect.
What kind of player is he? He's like an attacker.
He
Like,
reminds me of like a
Who's he
solid
remind you of?
Pogba.
He's like a Pogba.
oh, he's like a Pogba.
Just-
And you know
like
what's
Pogba.
crazy? He they're gonna try to get him to play for Spain.
Oh yeah, what's he? What's the dual nationality?
I don't know.
Probably African. Probably
No,
not
he's
African.
definitely African. I don't know. It's because you want to know what's crazy. It's the same thing with like Partey, because I think Partey spent a lot of his life in Spain. Adama Traore plays for Spain. So Eto'o spent a lot of his life in Spain. So I think with Spain, yo, with that kid, yo, you got Ansu Fati is now for Spain. You got to lock that kid up. They're saying he's a talent.
How old is he?
He's young.
He's young, like 18,
18,
19.
18.
No,
Spain learned from the Messi mistake.
That's another.
nah,
one.
they Argentina actually, I heard was like, yo, I heard there was like little whispers that he was considering Spain, and Argentina was like, oh,
Yeah, alright.
yeah,
They have man.
bro. Think about it. He's been in Spain since he was 12. Messi. He's been in Spain longer than he's been in Argentina.
You guys think you see that kid and do you see like a mainstay? Like Pedri, I see a mainstay. I see him being there for 10 years.
For sure.
Y'all see that kid and say,
I think 5 years from now, that
Depending
midfield,
on how they finish the season. I
Nah,
could agree.
5 years from now, Barca's midfield three is gonna be Ilax, De Jong, and Pedri.
Pedri?
Yo, honestly,
So Puig
future
is
wise, they
just,
look good.
Puig gets
Yeah.
no burn out here.
Serginho
No
Dest.
love.
Nah, but Puig, Ricky Puig was. I don't even think that's his level. I see it like Alenia. I see like Real Betis.
still look
Nah,
like
I
he's
see him at
14.
Arsenal. I mean,
Ricky
I was-
Puig, yeah, he can
but
go
if
there.
Arsenal signing him, nah.
Nah,
Yeah, why not?
that's
He's
their
nice.
level.
I rate him.
That's his level. Arsenal.
Yeah, so that's his level.
That's his level.
Yeah,
But you like the scouting shit.
I love that scouting shit. I
Who's
love
next?
I got a couple in the top.
Who's next?
You know what I mean? I just like the young talent because you got to understand that's what we're gonna be rocking with in a couple years from now. We gonna have to accept that there's no more Messi and Ronaldo soon. We're gonna have to.
Nah,
accept,
but those two already set, bro.
Yeah,
It's Mbappe.
I know,
and
but
Haaland.
We don't know that yet. They could, one of them could flop hard, bro. One of them could flop real
I
hard.
could
what Haaland
agree.
did
I could
against
agree.
Bayern
I could.
Munich,
It's
Haaland can easily tears ACL and he's donezo, bro.
But then you're gonna need that fluke Xavi, not that fluke, but those Xavis.
The under, who just
Xavi
level
Simmons.
The nicknames,
Hazards and all that.
the Hazards, the what you call
Neymars.
the Schneiders, the Modric. You gonna want that. The big pug was the.
You know who I really rate? Number 8 on the young kid on AC Milan, the defensive mid, the Italian kid.
Tonali?
Yeah.
Oh, Tonali.
I
He's
rate
another
him a
kid
lot.
that was like
I rate
wonder
him.
kid.
I was expecting more from him though.
Shout out my man Diego Dalot with the
Oh.
cracker.
Smash.
Crack against who? Hell of Veronas, but cracker. Cracker.
You know who's nasty? The dude at Juve, Chiesa.
He's okay.
Yeah, but you'll see,
Chiesa.
these are kids that
We know.
had the spark. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. There's a lot of kids out there that have the spark. Like, yo, it's the next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And end up like the baller.
You said what?
And then end up like the
I
baller.
think the ball's washed.
He's not washed.
He been quiet.
He's been
slow.
two quiet
You know
years.
why? You know why?
Slow.
Two quiet
For a
years.
reason. For a reason.
What do you mean for a reason?
The goat king.
What you mean? Ozil strived when he had to go.
the goat
You
king.
strive when you have to go. It's easier passes.
Nah, it's Benzema made that. That you know why?
What about Ozil? Ozil turned up. Di Maria turned up over Ronaldo.
Because Ronaldo made them look good.
So why can't he make the baller look good?
It's.
The ball been
35
having a lot of
years
injury
old.
problems too.
I don't think the
Dybala's
baller's
probably the worst.
the baller's like, what is he,
starter he's probably
29
had,
now?
though.
But the baller's also 29.
But him being the prodigy after who was it?
Messi, he was supposed to be the next Messi.
Yeah, he
After he busted Barcelona's ass.
Yeah, he didn't fulfill that.
Bro, there's never gonna be another Messi, bro.
Man, that's my son.
You never know, bro. You never know. That's what they said about Maradona, and then Messi came along.
My low man. You seen him today, bro.
Just no, and I was telling you, I was watching a video. Messi was reacting to his own goals in Argentina, bro. Like he's just he was being humble. He was watching. The guys that were watching it with him were like, bro, what are you? What are you doing? Like, it's a level of genius that you.
How do you think he feel?
He's a don.
Like him watching his highlights. Damn, I'm nice.
No, but the thing with him is he's very
He probably hit
humble.
the Zaza and he's like, damn, I'm nice.
Nah, Messi's very modest. Though.
He literally hit the mata.
He probably hit
Mata.
the son. He's like, yo, next thing I'm gonna crack him with this.
He's drinking that mata with Luis
Man
Suarez.
City made Martial look like Messi today. I just with the penalty. And like 9 guys.
Well, who's Gabby
Jesus,
doing
man.
on that? Yo, what are you doing, bro? This guy's trash.
That's
Gabby
Brazil's
is
number 9.
Gabby is for who's worse, him or Firmino this year?
Firmino.
Oh, Gabriel Jesus.
Nah, Firmino. He's still got more goals. That kills the topic right
But
there.
look what this was playing with.
I don't care.
You were just talking about the other day. We were
Firmino's
playing
the
pick
seat.
up ball, bro. He's getting these shits on the plane.
On the plane.
Yeah, lesson learned. Lesson learned: if you hit a soccer ball, shoulders over the ball, please.
Listen, man. I don't play ball. I shoot the hands though. You feel me? I shoot the hands though. But yo, I want before I conclude tomorrow's episode. I mean, man said tomorrow's game.
Zaza.
Yo,
To the mata.
yo, sitting next to BCAS, it's low key a hot box. I ain't going front.
Straight to the
Sitting here
mata.
like, yo, bro, y'all talking and I'm like, you know me, like, yo, and you know, man. So
Yo, quick shout out to the shirt though.
Oh, word!
yeah,
I
get
got
the goat. Get the goat.
hitting the Zaza on the
Hitting
shirt.
the Zaza on the shirt.
One of the goats.
Right.
One of the goats.
Where do you place him? Top 5, maybe.
Nah.
I can't.
Man's not even breaking top 20.
let me
Next
get back.
topic.
Let me get-
Cruyff's not top 20, bro. Next topic.
End it.
bro.
Bring some-
Everton, Chelsea. Prediction.
I'm gonna let y'all say. I'm gonna stay
Oh,
quiet.
Chelsea.
Everton,
Score, any score,
Everton, Everton
Any scores
1-0.
too.
Richarlison.
I might rock with Everton.
Everton 1-0. Richarlison.
It might be a draw or a win for Everton. I mean, shout out to Tuchel in the streak y'all going through, but I don't know if he could keep it up.
There's only 2 been impressive in that streak. There's only been 2 wins that Chelsea had that were impressive.
The Liverpool,
Liverpool. Oh, that was
the
super
Liverpool and
impressive.
Atleti.
The Atleti one is definitely one, and there was another one I was just thinking of right now that was they dominated, they play well. I think it was against a mid-table team, but the way they played and the style of the way, like Enrique said perfectly, they played with courage, they played with some balls on the
Definitely
ball.
Liverpool Atleti game. Y'all bossed up Liverpool.
Thing with Tuchel now is just like when it came to Lampard, we didn't really have an identity. Like people was just like, yeah, Lampard, we love him, but now I feel
It's a style.
We feel well coached. Like that Liverpool game felt like a Champions League game. We came in, we know what Liverpool gonna do. High press, but like the way we played, it felt like everyone knew what they were doing, and it
what
was
I'm saying,
calculated.
yeah.
So that's why you feel confident going into the games with Tuchel. That's a big difference.
So you feeling confident about tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean the thing with it's Ancelotti too, though. So
That's what I'm
this
trying
ain't
to
no
tell.
slug. He knows what he's doing as well. So
But you can't.
And Richarlison, the
This
perfect.
is a battle. If y'all lose this game, y'all pretty much out of top 4.
For right now. This like.
Nah, this is
game's
it. This is a direct rival.
That's the thing, though. It's a 6-pointer.
And they have a game in hand. So if y'all beat them, y'all in good shape. If y'all lose this one,
Charleston.
Yeah, I want to see Havertz, though. Havertz ain't been.
Kai,
I'm looking. I love it. Listen, we can
Kai's-
get results, so I don't care.
Kai's not gonna play the rest of the
Even
season,
Pulisic
bro.
on the bench like this, come
Kai's not gonna play for the rest of the season.
snuggle up, cuz.
Oh, even Pulisic not getting. I don't care. Like it's all
No, but
about Chelsea.
I think Tuchel probably wants. I think Tuchel wants him in preseason.
Yeah.
Give Tuchel preseason with him.
I think Kai's gonna definitely get burned next season. He's definitely gonna be a starter next season. But that right now,
Generational.
who?
They were talking about Kai Jenner. I was
Who
hyped.
said that? Who said that?
Instagram, Wonder
Not
Kids,
me.
Rising Ballers,
Chill, y'all
Transfer
bugging.
Market Official, all fooled us.
Nah,
Bro,
chill, chill.
generation
Bamboozle.
bamboozle, bro. Yo,
I feel like you got more bamboozled with Werner.
yo, listen, stop following them pages because all them pages just violating clubs and putting an extra 40 mil on a price tag, and then we all getting
Low key, that's what it be.
ripped off.
Social media really hyping.
Social media really be violating clubs.
That's a good agent, though. That's a good agent. Bring the price up.
Them pages need a cut.
They do need a cut. Fuck
You don't think they're in
Raiola.
on? You don't think they're in on it already? Bro, that's
No,
all
no,
marketing.
think
That's
about
all
it.
marketing. The agent could be like, "Yo, have some couple next. Yo, put him up as top 10,
You really
top 10."
think Raiola gonna go to United and
Pull
be
up
like,
Transfer
yo,
Market Official.
yeah,
You're not
yo.
paying 100 million.
100%.
Yeah, you really
100%.
think, oh,
100%.
look,
100%.
this 19-year-old, yo, Javi Shipman's made it to Rising Ballers, so that's an extra mil on the. Man, come on, Brian. You
Fam,
you be really hitting a
it's
soccer
clout.
fan.
Nah, it's clout. Sometimes it's clout.
Yeah, but they're not gonna
Okay,
go.
so
to
how do you create
You
clout?
know what though? Your
I
guy-
bet. So in 10 years from now, they're gonna come to Footy Fanatics and they're gonna be like, yo, we heard about them over there.
But you know,
No, what I'm
hold
saying,
on. But
bro, you can
before
control the-
continue, I feel like a good agent gets them when they're like 15.
It gets them when they're 14, and then
Right.
they go
So
over
they're
there.
not even on social
You
media.
think that's part
No,
of
but
your
I'm saying,
value? when a
bro,
club
if
buys
you're a
you?
good agent, you're gonna go to media outlets and they're gonna be like, "Yo, rank your player, give me top 10." Oh, in your little magazine,
I think that comes into play.
It's
That
connection.
definitely
It's
comes into
connection. Yo, if you're a good agent, you already have these connections. You already know a writer at ESPN. You already know the CEO of this company. So they're gonna gas your player up, and then they're gonna your value of your player goes up, which is your pocket. That's what an agent does.
That
I
means
get you, but
So what do you mean that all those rising stars?
they're not referencing those pages. That's what I'm trying to
But
say.
you know what's
Oh, but they're not. But
They'll reference the sun. They'll reference the this, the that.
You know what's crazy? Going
That's like Moist.
think about it. Think about it. You sure about that? Because those pages, that's where we go. So
Those
bro,
pages- but
think
those
about it.
pages
That's
copy
where-
other
that's-
pages.
That's where
Yeah,
the common
no, but
person
these-
goes to look for players.
These
So
pages
Transfer
are
Market,
doing
Rising
what
Ballers,
they go to the
Wonder
Fabricios.
Kids.
They go to the journalists and they just jot what the journalists are getting.
so
Exactly,
I
and
can
then you
see what
you
you're
could
saying.
talk to the journalist, and the journalist like, yo, put my boy top 10. He'll go from a $5 million valuation to like a $20 million valuation. That's $2 million extra dollars in the agent's pocket.
Yeah, but
So you think they're not gonna go to hit up the journalist? I have a cousin that works over here. I got a cousin that works in that media
shout out
outlet.
for the Fanatics, man.
I get what you're
hopefully
saying.
we could do that too. Then
I get what you're saying. It's
For
maybe not as
sure.
direct. They're like Man United ain't going to Rising Balls. Be like, all right, so
It's
who's
not
in there?
direct.
that's
It's
like
not
going
like-
to FIFA and sign a scout there.
And let me ask you one question.
everything comes
you
full
think,
circle,
like,
though.
Like, do you think like just in general in sports, you think Stephen A. Smith, if he puts a college player that he thinks is on the Rising Stars in the list, his profit's not gonna go up?
It's
his
Stephen
stock.
A. Smith though.
Like, that's the point. It's
not Rising Ballers, it's like
but
Omar
but,
on the
but then
page.
there's losers that are online. They listen to Stephen A. and they're gonna whatever Stephen A. literally wrote. They're gonna go on their computers and make images and make IG posts. So essentially, it's really Stephen A. Smith informing the crowd. So if you control Stephen A. Smith's opinions, you control the crowd.
But those pages are for us though, because
That's what I'm
for
saying.
example,
But where do they
like
get-
Man United,
but where do they get that?
You have the money. If you want to look at a kid, you have the money to send scouts. You get me? So that's what I'm saying. Those pages are more for us. So
But where do you think those people that get those information from those pages come from? From actual real journalists, and those real journalists are the ones that are plugged up.
Brian with these pants is hot.
Trying to look like Enrique.
I got it.
End it off nice. So listen, yo, good episode, boys. Tomorrow, hopefully see
what's
Chelsea
up.
take the L-ski. You know what I mean? So you gotta do that. I want to big up though our followers again. We at 650. We gained 2 after my
Game
last
2.
subscribe, like. You know what I mean? Even though no subscribe, ain't no like, nothing. How many subscribers we at? 142?
bro, but
Something like that.
Gang. Shout out to y'all still engaging, showing us love. But I need a favor. This video, if y'all watching it, just drop a like. I'm gonna put this at the beginning. Drop a fucking like.
Hold on,
bro.
pause real quick. Let them like it. Wait a couple seconds. They just liked it. All right.
All right,
cool. They just liked it. They just liked it. Good luck. We appreciate that. Yo, good looks, man. Wait, hold up. They probably got some water from the fridge real quick. They just like, all right,
cool. Shout out these ships, man.
Wait, hold on. Are you subscribed though? All right, hold up. Let them subscribe.
They watching the stories.
Subscribe. They watching the stories.
They on their knees. They on their knees. They crawling.
Nah, they show love though.
Nah, everybody
showing love. They showing
Shout
love.
out T.I. Shout out T.I. 10,000 subscribers one day. You get me. The agents is gonna come to Footy Fanatics
Facts. And
and have a talk with Brian.
smart.
Boys, mahala,
Yo,
man.
man, mahala at you.
Energy at a high. For the
Monster.
Fanatics.